Alright. We are live, and now we have to do a sound check for all this. Let's see. I do not see my live stream here to click on. That is weird. Alright, well, let's give it a minute for it to register. I am streaming.
You are.
It is not registering. I am streaming. I do not know why, but it is not registering on my channel. So I cannot click on it to check to see about the voices. So I have no idea. I guess just come on in and join. We'll see. If you can see it, let me know, people. Alright. Somebody saw it. But I can't see it, so I don't know if I'm heard.
Probably Wade.
Alright. Well, if that's not Wade, then...
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's myself. Okay. It's myself. Alright. I haven't even... Okay. Well...
This is off to a great start.
Yeah.
How much do your guest stars get paid again?
Very funny. Okay, let's get this show on the road before Stinger cracks too many jokes. Bro, there's going to be a lot of jokes in this video. There's a lot of jokes in this video. And we're going to go over this.
Well, what are you, as my agent, what are you going to do about this?
Hey, don't worry, because by the end of this video, we're all going to wish we got paid back. For not for just this game, Wade, for every wrestling game. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. The rest of them were better than this, but we should have had. But I think for now we. Okay, well let's get started on this because we got two people here now. Oh, okay. All right. Alrighty. So here we go. Stinger, we're gonna have our pros and our cons of this coming game and what we want fixed and what needs to be fixed. Well, let's hope so.
There's only one direction to go, brother.
And that's up. And if they can't go up, they must come down in price. Well, that's why I said if they...
It's already gone down as the worst wrestling game in history. How much more bad could it get?
Right? Okay, so let's look at the pros of this game. We're going to go straight to the match types thing. We have all these great match types on offline. We have tournaments offline. We have Royal Rumble offline. We have handicap matches offline. We have 8-man tags thing offline. We have 6-man tags offline. 5-man tags offline. Fatal 4-ways, triple threats, 2v2s, and 1v1s, and we have customized matches. Now, do we use those? Because we are online players. Do we use all of those?
No, because we can't, because they're not online.
Yes. So let's see what options they give us online players. Because us online players, we want to have the same experience as these guys that do story mode. So what are our options, Sting, when we go here? Oh, 1v1s, triple threats, 2v2s, and fatal 4-ways, and a 6-man. Okay.
But one thing you have to remember, Leo, is that every match they put online is another match that's on the server.
Yeah, it is.
And the server is already crap, so the more matches...
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get to that right now. Here we go. What about every time we've tried to do a false count anywhere match thing, what happens?
Somebody gets split.
Yeah, we get a split. And then what happens when we try to do a last man standing match, Sting?
The bar glitches.
The bar glitches! Isn't this lovely? We're getting down to a great start here, aren't we? And let's not forget about tables matches. You can put someone through a table without it breaking. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
And then, don't even get me started on Hell in a Cell matches, because they completely ruin that shit.
Yeah, it'll split every time you put somebody through the top.
Yep. Shit. So, we've now discussed that.
And we haven't even gotten to the loading and this.
Yeah.
We touched on the splitting a little bit.
Yeah, splitting. We've just started the splitting. Hey, but not only that, but we've already named 4 match types where something is broken. And we're just getting started here.
And we don't mean broken as in wonderful.
We mean broken as in broken.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
Oh, and then how can we forget about the Iron Man? The Iron Man. We used to be able to set it to as long as we wanted it to be. But now, us online players get a whole 15 minutes. Can't forget about that. Oh,
you
yeah.
always like to go 20, and I always like to go 30, but now we can only go 15.
Yeah, now we can only go 15. What was up with that? Come on. You guys got to start stepping this up. This is what we want to see in 2K22. We want all these changes fixed.
Yeah, at least put that stuff back in.
Yeah, put it back in. We want it back. And we'd like elimination tag to return. No more of this X button bullshit. Nobody wants to fucking sit back and hit the X button all goddamn match. We do enough of that kicking out. Let's keep it that way.
That X button keeps the match going forever.
Alright? I can't tell you how many times we should have won a match, but we lost the match because of a goddamn X button. Alright, well we got the splitting and the corrections of these matches staying. Now we need to go into the non-loading shit. I can only do 1 or 2 matches a day. How about you, Sting?
Just sit there and not talking, and it will be an example of not loading.
All right. Oh, I'll play for like an hour and a half and get 2 matches in because half of the other ones didn't even load.
Or how about when you're going in, they don't load, and then when somebody leaves because they don't load, then it tries starting on its own with not enough people there.
Oh, I've had that happen multiple times. See, it's not just one person. It's not just one person. It's the whole online community that's having this problem. So,
right.
Let's also...
2K, let's be honest, has never paid more attention to the online player than the...
No. Oh, let's go back to the beginning of the year, Sting. Now, they did start and try to fix this problem, but you remember when I sent them the basically report a problem with the game. What number was I?
5 million and something.
5 million and something. 5 million and something. And did they do anything about it? What they tell me the problem was, try using a non-custom call. That was their answer to me.
And it should fix the splitting.
And it should fix the splitting and the non-loading.
It didn't.
It didn't.
At all.
There's times where I'm a regular superstar and I still don't load in fucking matches. This is all stuff that needs to be fixed.
No.
In 2K22. Jeez, we're going on 12 minutes and 32 seconds and we still ain't done trashing on this game. Oh. Oh, and another thing that needs to be fixed is when you are being hit with a catch finisher.
Can I have something to drink, please?
You should be able to reverse that shit as soon as it comes up. It don't come up. You gotta sit there and guess at it. You have to guess right after you come off them ropes. Or you do not reverse a catch finisher. UBs have completely destroyed this game. Don't get me wrong, I use a few UBs myself occasionally. But if they were not in the game, I would not be using them. Because when you're online, you have to play the other guys that have the same shit. If they would have fixed this problem and had it straightened out from the beginning, none of this shit would have even happened with UBs. Another thing is, I've noticed chairs flying up in the air. Have you noticed that thing? And baseball bats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Baseball bats, chairs, ladders.
People.
People? Yes, people. Your whole superstar can fly.
Yeah.
Just put on the leg drop bulldog and you'll find out. Right, Steak?
Yep. Or how about going for an Irish whipping and getting frozen?
Oh yeah, that's another good one. Going for the Irish whip again, from?
The Irish whip freeze.
The Irish whip freeze. That's a good one. And then the ground freeze. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. I use all this shit because people use it too online. But if this shit didn't exist, I would not be using this shit. This is all on you guys, 2K. This is all on you guys, 2K. And these are all problems that you guys need to solve and fix in the next coming game. And I don't care how much time you guys got to work with online to fix this shit. If you guys can take the time to work on story mode to make it the way those people feel it should be, then you guys can take the time to work on the way we online players would like it to be. Every year I hear this shit about how they listened to us. They haven't listened to anyone that plays online.
That's true.
They've listened to every gosh darn player that plays story mode. And I'm not trying to diss these story mode players, but
now, though, they did bring back lobbies, and that's something that we wanted.
Okay.
But we wanted leaderboards back with it. And what did they do? They didn't bring the leaderboards back. So
no, they did not bring them leaderboards back. And with lobbies, they're absolutely needed to be leaderboards. What's the point in a lobby if there are no leaderboards? They listen to one thing out of everything. One thing out of everything that was said, and they screwed that up.
Did you know slowly, year by year, they've taken something out of the game?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they...
Uh-oh. We might have lost the Stinger for a minute. Having technical difficulties with his mic, I think. Yeah. We're having technical difficulties at the moment. Just bear with us. He'll be back. There he is. Alright, continue.
Yeah, I said, did you notice every year that they've taken something out of the game and they never put anything back in that they take out?
I have noticed that. And this is going to come back to what I was going to be discussing here in a minute with the new game, actually. So, and I'm going to throw Vince completely under a bus right now. Okay? Vince is going under a fucking bus. Alright? Vince has done so many goddamn releases since the game was promoted that they've got to go and remove superstars from that game. And every time you remove something, you break something. So all of that will be on Vince McMahon. So he will not have the opportunity to blame them because he's the one that did it. Yes, we're all going to still blame 2K because of how bad this game was. So we'll still blame 2K in some parts. But Vince will have to take some of that blame if something is busted. Because he released all them guys and did not even think about how the game was going to have those guys be removed. So think about that one for a minute.
What he was thinking was, I'm not making as much money as I used to. These guys aren't working, so I'm letting them go. That's what he was thinking.
Yeah, and that could possibly well be. Or, as we were talking about last night, you could be onto something too, Sting, about him trying to sell. And if he is trying to sell, we know he has been in talks with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and unfortunately, Tony Khan. And Sting, I know you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Why would he be in talks with Tony Khan? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for all these guys going over to AEW and Vince just not giving a shit no more. I'm starting to think to myself that
there's a big payday for Vince coming.
Yeah, there's a big payday from Vince coming by Tony Khan. And I don't even think Vince is worried about nothing. I think he's going to either give it to Triple H or he's just going to hand it right over to Tony Khan with big money involved.
His attitude towards AEW
has changed a whole lot since he had Jericho on his podcast on WWE, on Stone Cold's podcast. A lot has changed since then.
Yep. Only time will tell, I guess.
Only time will tell.
But man, you gotta think from the positive. There's only one place for the game to go, man.
Yeah.
We're already sitting on the bottom.
You're gonna say up, and I'm gonna say downhill, lower price.
Yeah,
if it goes uphill, keep it at standard price. But if you know the game's gonna be downhill trash, do not release that shit full price. That's not what needs to happen. Do not release 2K22 full price. If it is not what everyone is going to expect it to be good, do not release that full price. If you guys know it's going to go downhill, then you drop it. You alright, make it $30 to start. If you know it's going to be trash, you make that shit $30. If you know it's going to be up in the bar where we're at, then keep it at standard price.
You know they're not gonna drop into $30 for a starting price, bro.
Well, they might, Sting. They might.
Come on, man.
If it's trash enough, they might. But let's hope they're listening to this podcast and they just straight up fix what they need to fix.
I don't know, man, but if you really think that, I'm thinking before this podcast, you must have snuck and got into the good stuff.
I must have.
Maybe.
What the heck? I hear a pig in the background. Oh, it's Sophia with a little piggy. Maybe that's going to be Vince McMahon's new name. It's going to be the piggy of Vince McMahon's and retirement.
Well, where do we go from here? How do we top that?
Right? Alright. How do we top this?
I think we lost control of the set.
Yes, we have lost control of this chat. Oh. But no, in all honesty, I won't say honestness, but in all honesty, this game coming up needs to be better. And we need to have something out there for 2K to see that shows them that us online players want the same respect of game content in the game as these guys that play offline and do story mode. We want no, we might never get that in a game, but we're gonna work on having that. We're gonna try to work on having that, aren't we, Sting? Oh, I know, and that's why I'm saying. I'm just saying.
That never made sense to me, but Wade is right. That never made sense.
Right. Well, that is true, but with as many people that play online, they should try to take a considerate option of thinking about us. That's all I was saying. I know. Right, that is true. But you were going to say something, Sting?
To 2K online is for WWE is an afterthought, bro. It's something they have to put in the game to keep people from completely going ape shit. But other than that, they don't give a fuck about online at all.
I don't think they do neither.
They don't. If they could get by without putting it in, they would.
Yeah, but they can't do that.
Know they can't.
They can't get by without putting it in.
So, yeah. So don't ever expect real big things, big changes.
Oh, I'll always expect big things. Don't mean they're always gonna happen.
Because, brother, what have the last 6 years shown us that they've been in control of the company? Every year, something goes away, and they don't bring anything back. Right.
That is true.
Pretty soon, they'll have us playing on 8-bit.
Oh, that's true.
But I have hope for 20 because it's going to be the first WWE on PS5. So I know they will try their very best to put out
a decent game.
Good first game on PS5.
Yep. But, yeah. So, we're heading on our 30-minute mark almost, Sting. So, I guess we can wrap this up. Otherwise, we'll be still trashing on this game that we're playing. So, this was King Leo's Talk Show.
Play it, without a doubt. But there are a lot of things wrong with it, but I still play it.
I can play it too, but there are lots of things wrong with this.
Yeah.
What?
I'm WWE until I die, but
right.
Man, they could help us out with a little bit better of a game.
Oh yes, they could. It'd be great if they would.
At least fix the loading and the splitting.
Yes, please fix the loading and the splitting.
If they did that on this game, this would have been an awesome game.
This would have been a great game if they fixed that. And, oh, I almost forgot. There is one more thing I want to trash. When I'm running towards somebody, I don't want to walk right through my opponent. Or, when I'm striking somebody, I want to hit my opponent. Not my hand go right through him. That was a big mistake they made in this game, and please fix that shit. But, yeah, saying we better wrap this up. We're going on 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but, This was King Leo's Talk Show and my special guest Stinger, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Until next time, King Leo out, and Sting, put us away.
Subscribe.
There you go.